Hi everyone. Don't know if that intro just worked just then. Okay, so this is, I think, probably will be the final video in the AK August series. So for those of you who are just watching this video and don't know what I'm talking about, AK Girl is one of the three main characters in my online comic Randall City, the graphic novel coming soon. And in this series, she has a human identity, which is Vibes McAllister, who is a DJ. And what we've done alongside, like the various videos, we have a YouTube playlist. So, as well as ones that I've picked, some people have made suggestions. So, thanks to L.A. Renard Dalal Lafortune and Joel Draco Peterson for their suggestions, which are also in the playlist. Not going to talk about them as much because they kind of picked them and I don't know those songs as well. So, but as I say, if you look, you'll see them amongst the playlist that we'll link at the end, plus a few extras that I won't go over in as much detail, just because otherwise this video would be very long. But we're going to go over them. I've got my notes here just as a quick prompt. So to start with, Ballroom Blitz. Now, I really wanted Ballroom Blitz to be the Raynard City trailer song because I love that song. It's one of my favourites. Strangely enough, the one on the YouTube list is the Tia Carrera cover from Wayne's World, because that's the one I first heard and kind of first fell in love with before I knew about the original. And obviously the original is absolutely amazing and I love it, and it still is that sort of whole kind of glam rock thing of T-Rex and that kind of era of Slade, just pure kind of power and performance, and it's so much fun, and I love that song. But unfortunately, kind of Suicide Squad and other things have kind of got there first. Like, I'm going to have to look this up and put it at the end, the Kung Fu Hustle trailer. Like, leaving aside the Suicide Squad trailer that used Ballroom Blitz really well, the Kung Fu Hustle trailer, the way they incorporate it is really good, and it's just worth watching because I love Kung Fu Hustle. But anyway, moving on. Groove is in the Heart by D-Light. Now again, talking about trailer songs, because to the best of my knowledge this hasn't been used as a trailer song yet or for an action sequence, but there is just something about that song that I just love. It's got energy and it kind of works as a kind of signature for a character like AK Girl, in that it's quirky, it's odd, it's energetic, but it's got a bit of edge and oomph to it as well, and I just love it. And every time I hear it, I just love it. And I just picture a fight sequence to this tune and someone just pulling off moves and being cheeky as AK Girl is, and that would do it for me. Again, moving on, I mean, talk about DJs, a few kind of dance tracks that are in here. So I'll probably talk about these two at once, which is Weapon of Choice by Fatboy Slim and Block Rockin' Beats by the Chemical Brothers. So Weapon of Choice, you've got that Christopher Walken video, which is just fun to watch anyway. But again, it's got that cheeky oddness, but with, again, a bit of edge and a bit of, just like kind of thumps, and like you want to dance when you hear that. And then Block Rockin' Beats. Okay, this one is a little bit more standard action movie-ish, but again, it's just, you feel hyped up when you listen to it, you know. So there's that. The next one I've got slightly, again, on the quirkier edge, but I mean, for those of you who sort of have seen the previews of Raynard City Chronicles, you know that the story is about Vibes finding out who she really is. You know, she finds out she's a psychic superhero vixen who inflates on contact with Caramel. And so what better than the Avalanche's frontier psychiatrist? Oh, seriously, if you've not seen the video or heard this song, you really should, because it is just so much fun. It is barking mad. And I mean, the Avalanche's, like, their videos and their sort of whole imagination is wonderful. So I would recommend looking them up. Next one, on a completely different end of the scale, is Misshapes by Pulp. And this one, for me, okay, this one's a bit of a darker one, because it's a bit more about people feeling disenfranchised, feeling kind of frustrated with the way things are going, and kind of feeling like kind of society's kind of against you. And again, I mean, this one I probably would kind of open it out, like not just an AK Girl one, but kind of or NCT 1 in general, that feeling of you're kind of against the odds and there's this terrible sort of overhanging thing that you've got to deal with. And yeah, it's like it's a bit darker, but I mean, I love Jarvis Cocker and I think he's cool. Also, bizarre link, appeared in Fantastic Mr. Fox and sang a song in that, so make of that what you will. Nothing really, but I'm just throwing it in there because random trivia. Next up, Land of a Thousand Dances, completely different, which is just such a good song. Now, if you don't know this song, you might well know, because I think it was sampled in another song, which off the top of my head I can't think of, and I probably should have researched but didn't, is the na 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 na. It's just the way it kind of kicks in, and again, it's just such a joyful, exuberant, fun song. I love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. And again, sort of tying this in, and again talking about songs that you could use and okay, I mean, adverts have used this one. It's a little bit cliched now, but 3 is the magic number by De La Soul. And again, you could extend this out to Sal, Guillermo, and Vibes. But again, it's that idea of, you know, just you're part of this team, you're getting stuff done, but you're doing it in this sort of fun, silly way. But it's just, again, it's a great song. It's a great kind of, is that kind of, I think 90s, personally 80s, 90s hip-hop era where you had these kind of fun, vibrant songs. And it's just, now I love it. And then the next one is, again, these are kind of, I don't know if I would say they're linked, but they kind of have that kind of, again, kind of this rock inspirational thing. So Heavyweight Champion of the World. I saw Reverend of the Makers at Earlham Park, and the sheer energy of the lead singer and the group and the atmosphere was absolutely amazing. I mean, seriously, look up the song, 'cause the song is awesome, but if you do get the chance to see them live, totally recommend it. They're fantastic. Hall of Fame, which is the script in Will I Am. I like the song, and again, it's a good kind of motivational song about, you know, be who you want to be and all the rest of it. But I think it also just sounds good, and I just like it as a song. And let's see. Oh, so we've also got, because obviously it's very sad that Aretha Franklin passed away recently, and I adore Aretha Franklin. I think, like I said, you can see a lot on the playlist. I do like that kind of soul music, that kind of, again, it depends on the type of song, but there's some really good stuff in there that I recommend. And think, which again, I mean, the one in the link is from the Blues Brothers, and it's just a great moment. But again, it is a very sort of ballsy, this is who I am, you've got to treat me right. And the way she does it, and the way she owns it, and the presence, I mean, jeez. I mean, there are just certain people, it's a bit like Elvis or, just all the people you could think of, like, where they are icons, or Pavarotti or someone like that, where it's just like, you see them, like you hear that song and you see them. And yeah, I mean, she was just amazing. So as soon as that happened, I was like, I don't know why I didn't have you in the list already, but you're added to the list because, well, I mean, not that that's particularly like all the things she's done, like that's particularly an honour, but you know what I mean. It's just like, you know, again, I don't know what that means, but, you know, moving swiftly on, because I think my mind is going mental. So, there are some broad, because I want to leave a few surprises in there, so there are some cartoon themes, some different styles of covers that you wouldn't necessarily expect, and like I say, the aforementioned track suggestions, so there was one from an anime called Slayers, which I personally was kind of looking at it and thinking, like, what does that mean? And then when I saw, like, the lyrics come down and everything, I was like, okay, Joe, that makes sense, that's cool. And, like I said, I think Ellie, the one I think he was Genesis Land of Confusion, which, again, with the kind of surreal stuff that comes up, makes sense. So, yeah, that's all the whole, all the stuff wrapped up. Once again, big thank you to everyone that contributed. So, the short stories, which you can see on the website, there will be a link below, by Van and Rev. So Van's short story is very interesting in that he kind of imagines a period between the point where Vibes was growing up in Swampville as a kid and sort of learning about her powers, and the point where she's part of the revolution before going to Rainell City. And I think that was a very clever idea, and he did it really well. And then Rev's story is with his character, Faye Fox, and it's a really clever crossover. Like, I'm really impressed with how they tied it together, how he tied it together, how he sort of threw in some twists that I didn't see coming. So when you read it, like, you think it's going to go one way, and then he'll just, oh, that's what he meant. Like, that's clever, like some very clever, well put together writing. Obviously, big thank you to all the artists that have done artwork for us. Also, of course, we've got the AK Girl, AK Adventures collection, so all the artists involved with that that were featured, people like Jed Soriano, like Susie Gray of PTA, Susie Gander, I should say, Dan Butcher, Nicholas Webb, so many awesome artists have worked with us, and yeah, like I said, we'll try and get as many kind of links and things down as we can. Also, in terms of sponsor shout out for today, I want to give a big shout out because she renewed with us recently, which is Dalmain Photography. And if you haven't seen her on our blogs before, she was at Norcon with us, and that was really cool. So she took photos with us. We had Ray in costume, and she did the Wonder Vixen cosplay. Oh yeah, get the word out. Really well, and well done. Like, top stuff. Great work all round. But, I mean, as I say, please comment below. Are there any tracks that you'd like to suggest for AK August? Yeah, like I say, there's still time if you want to put in some artwork or short stories or anything else that you'd like to do, or a video. Please do and let us know. Okay, thank you very much and much love. Bye bye.